Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our opening race in Extreme Racing League Season 1. Our opening race, which will be in Netherlands, the Dutch Grand Prix. A Grand Prix that has not been very popular in the calendar since it was stopped during 1985, and now it's the first time since 1985. 2021 we'll have a race in Zandvoort. And here we have the drivers starting their out laps. Then who will have for season 1 here our lineup? Let's see. Yes. All right. So here we go. Romario arriving a Mercedes. Then we have Cookie and Ivo and the Ferraris. Connor, Alton and the Red Bulls. Jonesy and here Svalin, who's a reserve, driving for McLaren. Make driving for the Renault. Flitnam, Rolly Wedge driving for the Alpha Tauri. Emir and Longspeed for Racing Point. AV and is he here? AV and Hank Burr for Alfa Romeo, Jim and Monji for Haas, and Zara and TC Factory Racing for Williams. And who will we have for our first onboard lap? I say we go with Monji in the Haas. Alright, and it's already in the grass. That'll be a slow lap. Already going into the grass. We're going to the sector 1. I say go Svalin. Svalin in the McLaren. Sector 1, and you see this is a really tricky circuit. And here we go. Another going to the grass. Still 2 minutes in. Still have many accidents, many incidents. So let's skip to Ivo here. Starting going to sector 1. Going into somewhat this kind of a parabolica. Already got a yellow flag. I don't know why they all keep drifting off at that turn. In sector 2, probably the best, not his best lap. And the Ferrari passing on his teammate. Cookie. Went to the DRS zone, where I think many overtakes will be taken here in the race. And going to the kind of a hurt. And Spallan retired from the session. Weird. Here we go, says Ivo, and we already got Alton with a 112.9, Rolly Wedge retired from the session, Jim 113.6, Ivo 115.1, and Monji 120.2, having a slow lap, and we have Cookie, they're setting a 119, we have Alton in professional pole, PC Factory Racing, now charging through the long straight. And we'll record the slow lap at 124. And see, we got debris. Oh, I think Raleigh had an accident. Slump Connor starting his out lap and being slowed by the Mercedes a bit, going to sector 1. And Hank Burr recording a fastest lap of 112.8, fastest, really close margin. And Make, I don't know if it's Make. Sending a fastest sector 1. And the RS zone. No, didn't turn it. Another fastest sector 2 also for Meg. Probably sending it. And the fastest lap for Zara Jones, sending a 110.5. Great performance from Zara Jones here in Netherlands, even though said he could do better. And they're finishing his lap with a 110.4. That's fastest by 50 milliseconds then May and Zara Jones. Pretty much the same timing, and we'll go more. Who else? Zara Jones. You got Amir and Flip still not, and I think we got Amir here getting out. It's in the garage, can be unlocked. And Connor here, starting sector 1. I really don't know the one person who's going the fastest sector 1. Connor is setting fast timing here in sector 1 in Netherlands, Zandvoort. Circuit Zandvoort is located 40 kilometers away from the city of Amsterdam. And set of time. Some corners in sector 2, another fastest sector for Connor. Connor is charging through here. Going to the straight where I think most of the overtakes will be taking around here. And the 1:10.0 and a fastest lap sitting on provisional pole. Monji Raha is a cheater. Well, he's P9, so I think he gotta prop up the cheating a bit. I think we have here Hank Burr starting another out lap, and Alton really bailed on that lap. Out lap, and Flip is starting his out lap. Flip, who really managed in the pre-season races not to make, made 2 qualifyings, got disqualified, but really made it through the ranks and finished the podium and P4 or P5 the race. So I just really want to see what happens as Flip is up the ranks, how he'll compete. And Amir, let's stay on board with Amir, our current winner, or most, I think in my opinion, the most likely to lead right now, because he won 2 races in the pre-season and was really close in winning the last race in Spain, which was practice. And AV started his lap with the Alfa Romeo, a 1:10.320. That's put him P2 behind Connor about 0.2 seconds, and ahead of Make with 0.1 seconds. And see Amir now going to the last couple turns. But now going to the straight. Ooh, and that will be a bit slower. Not bad. And that will put Amir P5, but currently Amir is going on mediums. I wonder what strategy is going to be throughout the race. And let's get here with Flip from here. Sector 1. And it's to be noted that here the Dutch Grand Prix is a home race to Make and Cookie in both TC Factories and Flip Namstrom, and I don't know if anyone else, but and Svalin has left the session, okay? Save Flipman with plus lap, I don't know why it's red. I think it was invalidated. I don't know. So Flippy is here, the only one who didn't record a time yet. You see TC Factory Racing apparently doing a very much faster than before. That will put him only P13. Eyeball here starting with a lap, as the first lap, and Alton here, who 3 laps on softs, and Factory starting his lap on mediums, going faster than his previous laps. And that's 1:11.4 for Romario. We'll put in P7 currently. Duty starting another lap. May going a bit faster in sector 2. Will make, and a bit got off track right there. That's cost a bit of time. Maybe take another lap, try and take on Connor, who's currently on provisional pole. Maybe in P2. I don't think Make will make it. Make will not make it. And we'll go to the pits. Zara Jones going real slower. No, really slower. Yeah, a bit slower than last lap. Oh my god, I forgot to bring water again. Every time I do this mistake. This time I was a bit in a hurry. Hank Bear here will stay on with Hank. The Alfa Romeo, Sauber. Went a bit slower in sector 2. A little bit slow. Sector 2, yeah. 0.5. So, who will take pole in our first race in the season? And you see our current pole sitter taking another lap. Will he try and record faster time than before and Spallan has rejoined the session? Will Connor in the Red Bull, will he really hold on to those swings and take pole this weekend in Netherlands? Connor going to the sector 1. I think that's pretty much a bit faster than previous. Curb and basically the same times as before. It's no difference. It's really interesting to see here Amir currently boarding currently a bit faster than before, and you see that a bit faster, and these 0.2 seconds would really be important, as the current gap between the first and sixth of them is less than 1 second, and Amir got the fastest lap. Oh, that's 0.5 faster. Will he take pole? And oh, why is Alton blocking him right here? That really was a pretty fast lap for Amir. I don't know what the FIA will say about this. And Amir has abandoned this lap, unfortunately. See Connor here. Connor going a bit faster. He's trying another time. You can see all the drivers are now opted for softs. Get in, and that's 3 seconds slower. I think he'll have to be good up. And I'm really interested to see Flip, who still didn't record the time. What is Flip waiting for to get disqualified again? We're going to sector 1, which is going recording a 30.5. Going to the stern, and got a yellow flag, nothing. And Flip, he's currently bottom of the pack, and Flip recorded the fastest sector 2. Will Flip finally manage and finish his lap, unlike what he did in the previous time, and maybe get Relay compete in the top ranks? There we go, we have Flip, Namstram going to the final straight, and that's a bit really fast. Will he get, and that put him P2. That was really close, and it's only 0.90 seconds slower than Connor. We have a really tight competition in the top 7, with all ending in the 1:10 time. and we got a piece of the racing point flying around. Think of a bit of traffic, and Monji retired from the session, and Alton was disqualified from the session. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't see what happened with him. And second commentator would have benefited in such conditions. And here we go, Slump Connor going for another low. Cutting the grass. And Cliff is slower. I think you opt out in that one. It's 5 seconds slower. So with 2 minutes to go, will Connor keep his pole? Or will any of the top 7 with very close margins take away pole position from the British driver? We have AV who's going 0.1 seconds, and that's will put him P2. Oh, and that was only 30 milliseconds slower than Connor. It's a really close competition here at the top, which is really gutting to all of the drivers that are looking for a pole position. And Romario retired from the session. I think this time is really all drivers in the pit who won't have time to do another flying lap, and they'll be going to the grass and spinning. And that will be so... yeah, that was close. Lara Jones going a bit slower, got slowed down by the Alfa Romeo. And Flip Namstrom takes pole. Not yet, but I think, yeah, takes pole. He's only a 30 milliseconds margin from Connor. I think Connor will not record any laps, no time enough. I think Connor will just retire. And AV neither can. I don't think if AV can make it to do another lap, try and get pole position. Will AV make it? 10 seconds left. AV gonna charge through. No, AV won't even try. Alright. Make starting his final lap of the race. Or I don't. No, Make won't even be able to start the lap. That will be it. Will the only driver currently, will Zara Jones take pole from Flip Namstrom or not? We'll stay on board with Zara on this one. Zara Jones getting through sector 1. How will be the times? Going having a decent and having the 40 milliseconds faster than this previous and it's the flaggy. And Zara Jones, whoa! Well, I don't. That pretty much slowed him. I don't think. And I think we are looking now at our pole sitter, Flip Namstrom. I really think he'll get on pole and that's 0.2 seconds slower. Yeah, I think this is it. Flip Namstrom will take pole in the Dutch Grand Prix. Why Dutch? Dutch Grand Prix. And short. And I think qualifying is over. It's still out Kang. It was very much slower. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, qualifying is pretty much over with Flip Namstrom taking pole in his home Grand Prix, followed by Connor getting P2 and AV3 taking P3, followed by Meg, Zara Jones, Amir, Cookie, and DC Factory Racing, Romario, Hank Burr, Jim, Longspeed, and Ron. And I'm pretty sure we will have a very exciting race ahead of us. And because we have 1 minute cooldown, I'll go get water. And we are back here in the Dutch Grand Prix after a pretty exciting qualifying with very slim margins between the top three, and even the top sevens were really within a second. And we'll see how Flip Namstrom could convert his pole position to maybe an opening, maybe could open his season with a win. I don't think anything in the sport in Formula One could be predictable, especially with these guys in Extreme Racing League, who never fail to surprise me every race. Which I really, every race they show a great. They present us with a great show and great racing, and most importantly, clean racing. All right, we are well, got one light, yeah, and it's lights out. Oh, formation lap. How stupid! Oh my god! Oh my god! How did I miss this? Okay, ignore my stupid remark. So how will we see the tires? I think all of them is gonna start. Our top 5 will be on softs, Amir on mediums, Cookie, softs, Hank and Jim and long speed on soft. Then we have only Ibo and Romario and TC Factory Racing on mediums, and then the rest of the grid will be softs. Alton starting on the bottom after being disqualified in qualifying, followed by Svalin, Monji, Johnsy and Rollywood who will be starting P14. And then of course we have our pole sitter Flip Namstrom, followed by Slump Connor, AV, who will be in the top 3 for now. We hope for a clean start, and most importantly a clear turn 1, especially with the hairpin in turn 1. What a stupid decision by the designers to make a hairpin, to make turn 1 a hairpin. We have the grid forming up. And according to our points program, we'll have top 13 will be getting points. We'll see who will be in the points and how will it convert into the Constructors' Championship and as well as the Drivers' Championship. And still have the McLaren coming in late. Alright, and I'm gonna hide. Alright, make it clear. It's really tense. And here 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's lights out here in the Dutch Grand Prix. Connor going in for a great start, taking P1 from Flip Namstrom, and then we got I think we got Svalin going off the Svalin. We had a bit of an accident right there. We got Connor taking on Flip Namstrom, followed by Meg Henning, AV and Zara Jones. We got both racing points against each other, and we think we are still safe, and we already have a retirement from the session. Hope this doesn't force a safety car already for the first lap of the race. A great start from the Red Bull driver Connor, who was already establishing a 0.8 second lead ahead of Flip Namstrom. And I think here we got tight battle, and Mercedes taking over. Mercedes and one of the racing points, and what's happening with Jim right here? And we got a yellow flag, sector 1, sector 2, we got a yellow flag everywhere. And no safety car then. Great. And Slump Connor already recording the fastest lap of the race. And what's happened? Connor right here. So we fell to P4 from P1. Oh my god. It's a really great start to the race. Save Sector 1, we got one of the Ferraris. I think. No. Oh, it's the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari as well. Doing a very slow start, I don't know. And Svalin has left the session. Hard luck for Svalin. And the other McLaren too is having a problem on the track. Got off track as well. Will that be a very bad day for the McLarens? I think Zach Brown will be happy. Anyways, we got... Oh. TC Factory Racing. Having some kind of moment right there. Let's get back to the top of it. You see Emir closing in on Zara Jones. And Flip Namstrom getting the fastest lap in the 1:13.1. And here we go, DRS is enabled. We have already Flip Namstrom pushing on Slump Connor as much as he can. And as well as we have and we got a yellow flag on Sector 1. TC Factory Racing Williams has retired from the session. Franzette, another DNF, already 3 laps through. And a virtual safety car. Yellow flag, virtual safety car. All drivers are now required to slow down. And no overtakings shall proceed. It's a really tense race. It's only 3 laps in a virtual safety car. People were wishing for a no safety car race. Should be wishing for a no safety car lap, especially here in Netherlands. That should be a virtual safety car. I think we got the Red Bull. Right here. That I wonder how will that change some of the strategies for the drivers. And yeah, here we go. Cookie already getting into the pit, changing into fresh mediums. And Monji got a drive-through penalty because of speeding under the virtual safety car. And we already got 5 penalties. Let's see. Oh, we got 5 speedings under the safety car. Monji, Jim, Ibo, Hank Burr, and Make all have to do a drive-through penalty, which is we will go to the pits and get out while respecting the speed limit. And the racing is back here in the Dutch Grand Prix. You see we have Connor keeping on to his lead, taking it to 1 second out of the DRS zone, and Flip Namstrom is really putting heavy pressure, and another yellow flag. Oh God, I think that's the Haas got off track. Yeah, nothing important. That's true, and Monji retired from the session. And a safety car, and we have a safety car in the Dutch Grand Prix, 5 laps in, with Monji retiring in the middle of the road. Next time you should retire in the pits. Always remember, except you have an accident. And I don't know if Cookie is trying to overtake. No, not trying to overtake. He's just warming up his tires. And Ivo is here going to the pits. I wonder how will that change the outcome of the race after Miss Safety Car has decided to pay us a visit. Next we have our leader currently waiting for a safety car to come out. I think that will be a very much benefit to Connor, who is currently P1, because, and we got Aibo going for hearts. I don't know what's kind of strategy going to. And Connor heading into Spitz, followed by Flip. Change into getting into also changing for another pair of softs, a set of softs. There we have now Amir is in the lead currently. Safety car in the lead, not Amir. And Connor loses the position while pitting for tires. I don't know how the strategy will work out for all the drivers who I don't think expected one virtual safety car and a safety car 6 laps into the race. And we have Jim and Hank going into the pits, hitting hards and mediums. I don't know if the hard strategy is gonna work out. And I wonder if Flip, I'm really surprised Flip didn't go for hards. It's very well known for getting hards every time. Wonder how much time, how many laps will the safety car? I think the safety car will be in this lap, next lap. I don't know. Really, I don't think that's a very good start to our season. Already a safety car. The first opening laps. And we're trying to preserve their tire lives as much as they can. How are our positions looking here currently? We have Amir currently in the lead, followed by Slump Connor, followed by Romario, then by Flip, who down 4 positions, started on pole, then by AV in the Alfa Romeo, Zara Jones, and Raleigh Wedge, P7, and then Make Henning, 8, Cookie 9th, Alton 10th, I think you can, Jim in 11th, Hank 12, Long Speed 13, and Ibo and John C 14 and 15. So, safety car will not be in this lap, another lap with safety car. I wonder if the FIA are drinking a beer or something. So how is gonna be our second takeoff in this race? Though I think that will benefit Amir, even though it's killing his tires at the moment. He's already 6 laps in the tires, and Slump Connor Slump Connor and TC Factory Racing got a 5-second penalty for severe collision with each other. That's gonna hurt. And safety car will be in this lap. Oh my, why did he overtake? I think Amir is really going slow. He's currently controlling them. And TC Factory Racing has left the session. Oh my god, too bad. And Hank Bear, oh my god. Oh, everybody's having a collision with everybody. That's 5-second penalties being handed out to many drivers. And still under the yellow flag, no overtaking under the yellow flag, and Zara Jones retired from the session. What? We already got 3 retirements. Zara Jones, why is everybody retiring? And Alton, we already got. Oh my god, we only have only 10 of our current 10 of the drivers that started are still racing. I don't know what happened. That'll be Connor overtaking Amir. What's happened? I really don't think. think we'll go on that. Connor now currently taking the lead. Yeah. I really don't know what happened to all of the drivers who suddenly retired. We only have 10 drivers on the grid currently, with Connor leading the pack. He's really being very fast, Connor, establishing a 1.6 lead over Amir, and I think here Flip has really got the edge with tires. Oh my god. I don't know, Flip cannot answer right now because what a really weird race. Weirder than Monza in the preseason. And that's another yellow flag for the Racing Point, who went into the wall, going to the grass. And the fastest lap for Slump Connor, currently recording a 1:12.6, 2 seconds slower than what was in qualifying. And DRS is re-enabled again. Will Flip now Trump guns now take a move at Amir. That cost some time. And yeah, I think getting into the DRS zone. Oof, that's really disappointing. Or you have 8 drivers who really did not finish, and we're not halfway through the race. It's really frustrating to all of them. Oof. And Vietnam Shakanti doing many much pressure on Amir, which really benefiting Connor right now. Really benefiting Connor right now with expanding his lead. I really don't know what's happening too. And Zara Jones left the session. That's really frustrating. Hard luck to everybody who had a crash today. I hope we have better races in the coming future. And really Flip Nunstrom really pressuring right now Amir, who's going in. He's currently closing in on the DRS zone. And Amir's gonna try to go on the outside. That didn't work out. And Amir is trying to take back his position and got a bit close right there, and Rolly went with the session, okay. And Amir is taking his position back, going from the inside. And the drivers of Crash are leaving the session. And AV is currently also joining the battle, who overtook Flip Namstrom. And will AV do a double overtake? And that was not enough for AV. That puts the Flip Namstrom and Slump Connor with more and more of a lead, with a 4.4 second lead. It was really disappointing, Grace. Yeah. 8 drivers are out of the race, and we're not even halfway through. I don't know. So, let's get back and try to finish this one. from Connor, heading into sector 3, finishing going into the straight and the yellow flag and another retirement. Romario has DNF'd and a virtual safety car. Oof. And Rolly Wedge on the 5-second penalty. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I really needed it. And a virtual safety car. Oof, what a race. Surprising race, I really didn't. And Long Speed got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. And Hank Burr also speeding under the virtual safety car. He got a drive-through penalty. And LCBH will be in the green flag for another time this race after going into the yellow flag for very much the fifth or fourth time in this race. And Rolly Wedge, the AI I think of Rolly Wedge. And the yellow flag in sector 2. It's just a racing point. If this race was to be counted, looking at the Constructors' Championship, I think in the lead there would be the Alfa Romeos, currently 3rd and 5th. Oh, okay. I don't... yeah. Currently, Hank is just doing a drive-through penalty, will not change his tires or anything. And Amir is already on 13 laps mediums. I don't know how many more laps will Amir go on his mediums, and I don't know if Amir's strategy is currently the right strategy right now, because Connor is gonna have to pit sooner or later, because these softs could never make it to the end of the race. See how things will turn out, because we don't know yet what happens this race. We have another 15 safety cars, who knows. And Amir getting really pressured from AV, currently gaining time on Amir. I think yeah, he's really gaining some time right here. Now heading into the DRS zone. Now turning on, yes, DRS for AV, and that will not be enough. With a block on his tires, and AV really on the tails of Amir. Will AV be faster on the straights? In this straight, but in particular, it's very long straight. And that's DRS another time, and really fast. But not enough for AV to take over Amir. I think we'll witness a very long and good battle between the two, and AV is really putting much pressure on Amir, which is another time benefiting Connor. So if you want to look at the penalties right now, we have 5-second penalty with Connor, which currently puts him P2. No, not P2, P3. Currently he's the yellow flag, sector 1, sector 2. I think that's only slow cars. The blue flag. And we all have a 5-second penalty for Clip, 5-second penalty for Hank, 5 for Long Speed, 5 for Rolly, and 5 for Ivo. Yellow flag, sector 1, I think that's a Ferrari. We'll get him for a moment. It's really a pity. And we're getting a bit of grass that prevented the slide out. And oh, and the yellow flag for, I think that's Hank, crashing into the barriers, going into the middle. Where is, yeah. That's all went well, nothing wrong. We only have currently 9 drivers on the grid out of 18, which I didn't think would be like this, but it is what it is. And that's B Hank going, and that's speeding in the pit lane. I was going a bit really much fast in the pit lane. We're changing into softs. We'll be serving his penalty first before. And that's Lipnamstrom, who's currently 2.6 seconds behind AV on the same tires, same durability. And Connor is currently pitting for new mediums. We'll serve his penalty first. Connor will come out 4th. I think that's, if things went normally throughout this race, Connor will return to his position and will have a really good fight for the podium. And that's Lipnamstrom currently cutting the lead to the leaders. AV trying to go in there to the inside. Early wedge and long speed are really slowing them down. And that's giving gave Amir a 4-second head start. Going to the DRS zone. Will Lipnamstrom is going from the inside, and that didn't work. Going from the outside, and great defense from AV. But Lipnamstrom is not giving up yet. We're putting much pressure. Now going into the straight. I think that will be it for AV, and that's Lipnamstrom taking AV, and AV is going to the pit. I think Flip should also go into the pit soon, and Amir, who's 18 laps on his mediums, I think he should really be losing some grip around now. And the yellow flag, sector 2 and 3, Rolly Wed retired from the session. And that will add another driver to our wonderful DNF drivers. I hope that doesn't cause safety car or anything, because I'm tired of safety cars. I'm not in the mood for another safety car, and yeah, we're clear. Thank God. And long speed going to the grass a bit, losing the position. And a yellow flag on sector 2. I don't think that's anything, that's just Connor, I guess. Now the real battle for P1, in my opinion, will be between AV and Connor, who will hold the faster pace and who will win the opening season opener. And Amir is 19 laps on his mediums, while Flip is 13 laps on the softs. They are really pushing the tires to the limit. I hope they don't push the tires so much, because if they push them, we don't want punctures. We already have much accidents throughout this race. Connor is 13 seconds behind Flip. And Flip is 4 seconds behind Amir. And AV 9 seconds. Who will take podium this race? Really tight battle between them all. And the moment I saw the yellow flag, oh my god, no, please. A virtual safety car. Drivers will have to slow down again and stay in the delta. That's another DNF. So already we have 11 drivers. What a great achievement. Whoa, we only have 7 drivers currently still survive this race. Feels more like a rumble, not a race, with all of this. Oof. It's really frustrating. I don't know what will be the management's decision after this race. Unless DRS enabled again and green flags again with 15. Oh my god, this race is never ending. 15 laps left in the Dutch Grand Prix. With only the top 4 not being overlapped by the leader. And the yellow flag on sector 2. Oh my god. Flip Armstrong got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, corner cutting, and oh, Flip Armstrong changed into mediums. Finally pitted. Still have Amir who's really pushing the tires to the limit. Don't know what he's trying to do, but he is the man of the car. And currently we have Some corner 17 seconds, Some corner recording the fastest lap of the race, the 1:12.6. Will the Red Bull today take this first win? To really be very useful, this win after the other Red Bull not making it to the race. The only 2 drivers currently who are teammates are Avi and Hank, which should really give a boost to the Alfa Romeo in the Constructors' Championship. Some corner going faster. I think some corner really going really fast, and it's closing in the lead, closing the gap to Amir. And I think Amir should really act quickly if he wants to stay in the competition, because really going really slower than the previous laps. And Amir will finally go into the pits. He's going for softs, and that will give him a bit of an edge, because Amir will be on the fast tires, but he will finish behind. I think he will finish behind AV and Flip. He will come out behind, and Amir will come out second. Amir will come out second. Amir will come out second. Oh, he really knew what he was doing. He will now push on. The remaining 13 laps to go. We'll be having full pressure on Connor. Will Connor hold on to that lead under all that pressure, given the fact that Amir is on the faster tires? That will give him a bit of an advantage. And yeah, Amir is already faster than Connor right now. A yellow flag on sector 1, and that's the Ferrari. He's already being really slow. He's being overlapped about, I think, 2 times. Yeah, 2 laps behind. So yeah, we already have Amir has indeed taken the lead against Connor. Amir had the better strategy and we're going really fast, 1.5 seconds faster than his previous laps. So, will Amir take home the first win of the season? But we gotta acknowledge that 12 laps to go. So Amir may lose some grip. May lose some grip heading into lap after lap. Which 12 laps is really a great number of laps. And yeah, so the battle for the podium, for the top 3 and the podium with AV still holding on, how will be shaped, with top 3 being about in a 5-second difference. And I want to see just for a moment the penalty of Frick, the 3-second penalty. That will still put him ahead of AV, but closer. If AV can capitalize in that time and bring it closer to the 3-second, under 3 seconds, that will put him. That will give him a podium. But we can't say anything yet. And what happened? Oh, I don't know. I didn't catch it there. Okay, so let's get back our energy. And Amir really had the better strategy. I doubted him. I was wrong. And Amir increasing the lead lap after lap. He's being currently faster than Connor by Connor in 113, and he's being faster than Connor by I think 0.5 seconds a lap, which really will be capitalizing on that lead. But we'll see what happens. And Flip is closing in on Connor. I don't know what's happening with Connor, going a bit slow, getting closed in by both sides, and a yellow flag on sector 1, that's just a Ferrari slowing. Will Connor have any hopes to get a win or not? We'll see what happens. But I think Connor is going fast. He was close to get under the 3 seconds time, but was short of that by a bit. He's picking up his pace, going on the straight, not straight, and same lap times, approximately. I think the FIA and the stewards will gonna have a busy day with all the reports that will be filed after this race. After the 11 retirements that happened. Yeah. All the drivers who lost today, I just want to tell that it's still the first race of the season. There's still a long way to go, and I hope no other race other than this one will be as much as disastrous as this one. And Ibo, another penalty, as if he needed more penalties. And yeah, I think the Flip is being faster than Connor at this moment. Will Flip succeed in overtaking Connor and getting the second position for the AlphaTauri, the B team for Red Bull, or will the Red Bull finish ahead? Will Flip get promoted to Red Bull one day? Who knows? The gym going slow, I guess. All of our drivers today will be getting points, which is kind of the bright side of the story. Even though I don't think there's anything bright in this race. Long Speed, Raleigh, Romario, Alton, Jonesy, Cookie, May, Zara Jones, Monji, DC Factory, and Svalin were all victims of the Dutch Grand Prix. And Flip is really closing in on Avery right here. Going to this... Who's Avery? Oh my god. Oh, Connor. That'll be 7 laps to go in the Dutch Grand Prix with current results showing that Amir will take this win home if nothing else happens. But we'll see, and that's Flip Armstrong getting real close to Connor. Flip Armstrong getting real close to Connor. Will Connor lose another position and finish third? Will he do a Max Verstappen and finish third? And that's Flip. And that's Flip Armstrong getting a bit, doing same lap time as before, getting a bit closer to Connor. I think the real showdown will be in the straight. Will Connor lose his position, or will be able to defend it well and going to the first DRS zone? And that will be not enough, but really close. But you gotta know that Flip got a time penalty, which even if he overtook Connor, he'll still be P3. And that's, I think, a 3-second time penalty. Yeah. So even if Connor got P3, he'll need to stay in the 3-second zone. And will Flip Armstrong going from that was defended this position. And Flip Armstrong, as we know, will not give up and will stay in this battle to the end of the race. And Amir is widening his lead, 5 seconds now because of the pressure on Connor. Flip here is just now betting on a mistake that Connor will do. Will Connor work under the pressure and not commit any mistake that will maybe cost him second place or even a podium? That's Flip getting real close, and that's the DRS zone. Will Flip be able to take his position now? Flip Armstrong going, no. Getting real close. Who will win the Honda showdown today? Now, getting real close, going to the long straight. Will Flip now be going from the inside and be backed out of it? I don't think he wanted to do a dive bomb, because a dive bomb would have caused them both a podium. But even if they crashed, they would still have a chance to get a podium, because Hank is 1 lap behind Avery. It's a really great difference, really wide gap. And Connor is really doing great driving right there, no mistakes whatsoever. He's defending his position as much as he can. And that's another time in the DRS zone. Will Flip get through it this time? And that's a no. Getting real close right there. And now, going to the last couple corners for the last straight. Will he's now another attempt, succeed or fail, getting full power, and I think now Flip and going from the inside, and Flip will take P2. Flip and Armstrong, what a great battle from both drivers. With Flip and Armstrong taking the position, but I think Connor, it's not over yet. I think Connor will try and take back at it, even though. And AV got in the pits into softs. I don't. So now I think the podium is really formed in front of us, but it's just now a matter of time. We know who will be P2 and who will be P3. Flip and Armstrong building a lead. Flip and Armstrong currently needs to build a 3-second lead in order to stay P2, because currently Connor is second because of the penalty that Flip got. So I think Connor's goal right there is try to drive as fast as possible and not make any mistakes to stay in the 3-second margin. Onto the straight, I think we're going faster than Flip on the straight. In the corner, and with 2 laps to go and a yellow flag. Yeah, nothing important. And Rolliwell just left the session. Farewell. And we'll see if Connor will, with 3 laps to go, Amir is expanding his lead 1 lap after lap, and is getting real close to a win in Netherlands, the Dutch Grand Prix, our season opener. And what a bitter season opener was it. Final couple laps for Amir. Here at the circuit of Zandvoort, and final couple laps. We see El driver coming up. Connor is coming 1.8 seconds behind Flip. Really exciting to see if Connor will still make it to the P2 with 2 laps to go. Oh, that was a bit slow right there. That will cost him much time. And the final couple laps for Amir, who will, I think, take the win here if everything went, if nothing happened, of course. I don't want to jinx anything. And with AV, I think we'll get a P4, and that will be a 4-5 for the Alfa Romeo, so we'll take the lead in the Constructors' Championship if everything went right. And that's the 2.5 second lead, 2.5 second gap between Flip and Connor, with only that's the final lap to go. That will be the final lap in what a daunting race it was. Will Connor take P2 because of the penalty of Flip Armstrong, or will he fall away from a 3-second time margin? Connor should go now full power in order to avoid being much slower than Flip. Now Flip is also trying to go as much fast as he can in order to try and build a commanding lead over in that Amir, going through second sector. Oh, and that's a 3.3 second, and that's 4-second gap between Connor and Flip. I really don't know what happened with Connor right there. Will Connor make up for the time lost? I don't think he will, but we'll see. Connor now should go full power, full push on Flip in order to cut, but I don't think that will happen. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Amir will be taking home the Dutch Grand Prix. Amir E77, the winner of our first race in the season. And that will be Flip Armstrong taking taking second position, followed by Slum Connor. GG everyone, hard luck to all our drivers who did not make it. I think they would have made this race really better if they managed through. That would be our podium. Amir with P1, Flip Namstrom, P2 and Slum Connor sitting in third. That will be Amir taking 25 points in the season opener. Flip with 20 points and 17 points for Connor, and 15 for AV, 12 for Hank, 10 for Jim, and 8 for Ibo. That's over. I think the race is over. Thank you for being with us today, Dutch Grand Prix. What a really exciting race and a surprising race it was, with Amir taking the win and being driver of the day. I really hats out to Amir, who brought the win home. Yeah, our driver is heading to the podium right now with Amir, Flip Namstrom and Connor. Thank you everyone for being with us today, and hope you enjoyed the race more than I did, and see you next week in Australia. It was your commentator Ali here, and thank you for watching.